What's up, guys? I'm here with Patrick and Joe. You may know them from a group. What is it again? Oh, yeah! Fall Out Boy. No big deal.
No big deal.
No big deal. And you guys are here this month. You guys are actually Music Choice's Artist of the Month for January.
Crazy.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Choosing us.
Thank you guys. You actually were here last year, which was like 3 weeks ago, and you did an interview for us. All of you guys were here, and that was super awesome. So download the Music Choice app and watch that interview after this interview. This interview.
This one first, and
this
then
one's priority because it's live.
Just over inundate yourself.
You can never have too much Fall Out Boy. That's what the doctors say.
Yeah, that's true. It's a medical fact.
And also, we're taking fan questions right now. So if you're sitting there and you're like, gosh, I wish I could just ask right now, write it, because I'm going to talk about that later.
Unless you're trying to ask something of Pete or Andy, who are not here.
No.
So sorry.
Sorry.
I can't even really impersonate them very well.
Okay, but you guys are here not only because you're Artist of the Month, but tomorrow your album Mania is dropping.
Yeah, finally.
True. Yeah.
Which is super hype. That's really amazing. And you're saying finally because it's a delayed release.
Yeah, we pushed it back.
But it's funny. I feel like people say it like it's a bad thing. Like, I genuinely commend people who wait because you want it to be the best.
Well, that's the thing that's really weird is that it felt like a really bad thing for like a couple months, but then you're like, but I mean, it's a record. It's a record. So you're gonna have that forever. And I don't know, do I really want to rush that? Do I really want to scramble for, to make some deadline somewhere? So
people do, and then it's usually bad.
Yeah. So yeah. That's the lesson there, I guess. But.
Question: Where does that pressure come from? Is it more your pressure, the label, your fans? Because, like you said, why would you want to rush?
The pressure to put it out, or the pressure to hold it back?
The pressure to put it out so quickly.
Well, the pressure to put it out is usually outside. It's a little internal, but then the pressure to hold it back is obviously pretty heavily internal.
Well, the other thing too is that we're one of those bands, we've never really done that. We've always been pretty. I mean, here's the thing. Rock musicians are kind of known for being pretty haphazard and ridiculous, but as that ilk go, we're somewhat punctual, right? So when we said we were going to put out a record, everyone around us, label management was like, great, well we'll start promoting it. We know that it's going to, because it's you've never been late on anything.
Well, it's also not to cut you off, but it's also like we had put out 2 records back to back, and then we took some time off, and we were very fervently and diligently working on making those records.
Is a good word.
Thank you. I didn't invent it.
I like your word, Joe.
But we were working really hard on those records, and then you get kind of burnt out when you work on it. So we took time off and to be with our families and work on other things that we were always working on in tandem with doing the band. And then somebody had to be like, well, we have to kind of set some sort of schedule for you guys just to get you guys up off your asses and creating, and then when that happened, it sort of set this thing in motion.
Well, and not to talk for too long, but the thing too is that then you say that you're putting out a record and somebody puts that on a schedule, and then it becomes a thing of well, if that's when the record is coming out, then that means that it has to be mastered by this date. That means it has to be it's going to be pressed at this date.
Anxiety.
Yeah, it's going to be mastered by this date, and it's going to be mixed by this date.
To be done by this date. Yeah.
So whatever. So if you have to make your mix date or whatever, so you have to book a studio for that and everything. It's like a whole thing.
It becomes more about the schedule than
so I'm sitting there trying to finish songs going, well, okay, the second half of this song I can write that tomorrow. I have enough time if I can sit. I'm
You're so
scrambling.
Methodically.
Yeah, and it's that's not art.
Yeah,
that's not
exactly.
Fun. So
no one was like Michelangelo. So we're
at 5:30 would be great if you could hand that in.
Exactly. But it is coming out tomorrow. So
yes,
that's awesome. What's one thing that you want your fans to know about this album?
We like it, and we worked really hard on it, and that's one of the reasons why we pushed it back. Is that we wanted it to be something that we cared about and didn't rush.
I'm with it. On the Artist of the Month app, you talked about how details you guys get with pre-production. That when it's time for you to give the demo, it's almost done.
Yeah, these days, yeah. It used to be. I was listening to some of our old demos, and they're pretty insane. It was basically just me, wailing into a tape recorder. But now, the demos are very nearly the finished product. It's more, which actually makes it more frustrating because then it's like little tweaks and changes. There was one song on the record, well, "Stay Frosty," the song on the record that we had been done with recording it for I don't know, months and months and months, but we mixed that thing like I have no idea, 10 times or something like that. It was just little, this could, so it's just that kind of little stuff also makes it take a long time.
And is that hard for you guys when a producer does kind of change something? Is it like
it's a skill you learn to be like, okay.
It depends on the producer too.
Yeah.
I think it depends. Like, we did this record. We worked with some different producers, but one like constant for the last few records has been Butch Walker. So we have a specific relationship and comfort with him. So he knows he obviously knows what he's doing, and we know what we're doing with him. So, but with other new ones, I think it's like them getting to know like how we work again. Like when you come in with like a finished thing, you don't leave anybody a lot of room. So.
Here's the thing. Put your name on it.
Yeah, nobody. I don't know.
That's not fun.
Usually, professionals don't like to do that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But you guys make it work. What's your ideal environment when you're creating these demos? Is it like in your basement? Do you guys even have a basement? Where do you guys?
I do have a basement.
Joe has a basement that has where you
have
work.
a studio in it. Yeah, I like to be by myself.
Yeah, I like to be by myself too. Actually,
Really?
Yeah. I'm kind of it's very. I don't know, mad scientist, I guess.
Yeah, it's like endless experimentation. It's hard to do when someone's looking over your shoulder and asking, oh, what about this? What about that? Or what should we do with this?
Well, and I find myself just hanging out. Like when everyone's there, we just start hanging out, and it's not really like I need to be kind of. I almost need to be kind of bored, really, to get it done. Because if I have anything else there, if there's anything that I wanted to read, if there's an article I wanted to read, or a Nintendo Switch I want to play or something, I won't get anything done. So I have a studio that I go to, and and there's no one else there, which is kind of silly because you probably should have like another engineer or an assistant or something, and I don't. I just go in and I'm moving mics by myself and all that and whatever. But that's the way I think that we. Yeah, Joe and I have talked about it a lot. It's funny because we will go to the studio at the same time and just be talking to we'll just call each other when we have stuff. Then you're in your basement, I'm in my studio, and we'll be like, working separately but together.
Yeah, I mean, this is probably the first time we've done a record where you and I have just alone gone into one of our studio, mostly yours, together. And that was fine. That worked out okay.
Yeah.
It did. It worked out okay.
It was fine.
It was good. It was good. Yeah, but it's better. Yeah, better solo. Just get the tunnel vision going.
Yeah. I was gonna say it sounds more like a tunnel vision, like
you focus.
No distractions.
Yeah. All of a sudden, someone comes in my studio. I'm like, oh my. I mean, I say what the fuck. That's usually. I get very scared.
That's funny. You said the interview we had the other day. The interview you did for Music Choice.
It was kind of the other day.
I mean, it was last year, but it was super. What, like 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
You said that Pete has lyrics that he'll send to you.
Oh yeah.
On a daily basis.
The same lyric.
About it.
Oh yeah. Well, he tries. Sorry, he tries to. And it's weird because sometimes there's one where you're like, I will use it. I will find. I am trying to. And sometimes you're like, that's not going to work. I'm not going to sing that or whatever, And but he's relentless with them, And he always. It's funny too because I wonder if he thinks I don't notice. If he if he'll change a couple words or something, and he's like, it's a different thing, and I'm like, it's this. I've seen this one like 20 times, Pete. I know.
In the interview, I know what song it's on. I think I know what song it's on. Can you say what the lyrics are that you did use? Do you know what I'm referring to?
No, I don't. I'm sorry. I
don't know. It's a secret, so I don't want to say it.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I don't. I need more context.
So in the interview, you said that Pete kept sending. He sent you lyrics. I think it actually was on Sunshine Riptide. Can you say? What
it was Sunshine Riptide.
I don't know.
It was the chorus of Sunshine Riptide, which he sent so many times in so many different ways. So many different. It was like Riptide, Sunshine. It was like everything. I saw that phrase on probably every every set of lyrics he sent me for the past like 2 years, and I was like, I'll find it, Pete. I promise. Like I'm not ignoring you.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. You guys just dropped a video for Wilson. That was funny.
Thank you.
That was cool. That was a cool video.
Yay!
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, I have a personal question.
Yes.
Okay.
Is there like a deep, profound meaning for the llama costumes? Is there like a? They're cute. They're adorable.
Not really. I think like
I tried to Google it. I couldn't cover. I'm like,
it's kind of like how they kind of came out through a telephone game of like kind of trying to create these like Henson-y monsters, and they kind of came out looking more llama-esque, and we embraced it.
The weird thing too is that Pete is such a fascinating guy because I feel like, and he's not here, so I get to speak for him. I feel like he probably does have some deep connection with them on some level. If you really asked him, he'd probably have something that he's like, totally, yes.
He may never really know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So who knows? But it did start with.
But
this
that's
kind
like
of
how,
Henson-
yeah, but
Jim
yeah, they
Henson
were supposed to
kinda
on like
style thing.
on paper, digital paper, and a treatment. They were kind of like supposed to be more of these Henson-y monsters, and again, they came out more
cute guys. Sorry.
Yeah, no, it's fine. No, they
Scary.
again,
They're so scary. Is the word you need.
Terrifying.
That's what you mean.
You can't choose
Nightmares.
what your children will look like, so you embrace them no matter what.
Okay, guys. Well, the fans have not stopped asking questions,
Okay.
so I'm going to ask you what they're asking.
Please.
So Candy asks, Patrick, when composing songs, how does your process differ now from when you first started writing music for Fall Out Boy?
That's a really nice question. Thank you for asking that one. So when I started, I didn't really know what I was doing. My dad was a folk singer, and so I kind of I didn't even really know guitar. I was kind of I knew like this one position on the fretboard that you could play everywhere. So it was very rudimentary and very whatever. And then sometimes it would be me accidentally finding chords. Now, I've been studying it for, half my life, and it's definitely something that it's much more streamlined because I know, there's not as much of the accidental like, I was reading an interview with Elliott Smith, and he was talking about how much of it is like your hands just land somewhere and you go, oh, thank you, hands, that was neat. I don't really get that so much anymore because I know what I want and I get it out. So I think that's the big thing that's changed is that now it sounds a lot more like it does in my head. And it doesn't take as much time for me to get there. The problem then is once I get it out, everybody goes, yeah, I like that, or I don't like that, and then and then there's not really. We know that's what makes records take a long time. Is like, but that's my idea. It's a good idea, isn't it? No, it's not, Patrick. Sorry.
Okay, Brittany asks, I saw that Sia Fuller has writing credits on Champion. Did you work with her one-on-one? How was that?
No, we didn't get to work with her one-on-one. But Sia's an old friend, and honestly, one of my biggest heroes in music. I mean, I think she's a genius and an absurdly gifted writer and a very wise person. So we had talked about doing something for a while, and so she went in and I can't remember we couldn't lock in schedules, but so she had come up with this idea after some talks, and she sent a little clip of an idea, and we kind of built it into something from there. But
dope. I know you like to work by yourself anyway.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's kind of fine by me. I
would
would have liked to have been in the studio with Sia though, because I feel like every time I talk to her, I'm learning. I'm like, oh, tell me more. Tell me, just enlighten me. So.
That's awesome. Kieran asks, tell us about the focus on the color for Mania.
So again, Pete's not here. Sorry, it's kind of a Pete question, but just from the conversations we had going into the record, one thing that Pete has always because he's usually the one that's most involved in the album art and the visual stuff. He had this idea that we had a swapping color palette between red and blue on every record, and so if you look at all of our album covers, it's red, blue, red, blue. There's 2 reds in a row, but that was after the hiatus, so I don't know if that restarted it. But Yeah. So I think there was something. Yeah, it means something to have those two colors together. I don't know what though, because I'm not the guy.
Janina asks, "What are your favorite songs on Mania?" Can you say?
Do you know?
Do you have a favorite?
I don't know your favorite songs in Mania.
I don't know yours either.
There you go.
Do either of you guys have a favorite?
Yeah, well, it changes every day. I mean, I definitely... There's something about Sunshine Riptide that I just love, and I was so excited to do it, and I was so happy when we recorded it. Because it's also, like, it's a very weird song, but it's all of us being weird at once, and it's kind of like the closest we'll ever get to being psychedelic, you know?
I like that song.
Yeah, I like that song. I don't know. But then, like I said, it changes every day, so... Joe?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I have the same answer. Yeah, it changes all the time for me. Yeah.
Cool. Saskia asks, what is going on with the French part in Stay Frosty?
It's not really much of a French part because I don't really speak French. Je parle petit, but I can read a little bit, but I can't actually speak anything really. I can speak English okay, but it just comes from. I have this compulsion to try and pronounce things correctly, and I still didn't. I was listening to it the other day, and I was like, it's more of like a Dieu, and I didn't do the Dieu. So whatever. So sorry, je suis désolé. But yeah, when I saw that lyric, you know, when I saw Pete had that lyric, I was like, because he, oh Dieu. Whatever is usually like in reference to like eau de toilette, like, so it's like a perfume. It's probably a play on that. But once I saw the French, I was like, oh yeah, no, I've got to try and sing it in French, which was just a dumb idea. I don't know why I do that.
Kelly asks, Joe, this is a really important question. Where did you get that sweater?
It's a good sweater.
I don't know. Just I ended up on my body one day. This current sweater?
Yeah.
Yeah, because it can
Great
see.
color.
Oh, the one I'm wearing right now. I don't even know.
I think we. Oh, this one. This is a different one.
Yeah.
Because you had that red one that I asked you about.
I'm pretty sure I bought it at a place by my house, but I don't really remember. I'll be honest. I don't know.
Joe is killing it with sweaters lately.
I like crew necks currently right now. It's
they've
not
been
technically a
all
sweater.
awesome.
It's just a shirt for sweating and a sweatshirt. Yeah, but I don't know.
I think all of my shirts.
I'm not
are
being
technically shirts for
evasive. I just
sweating
don't really remember.
Great choice, though.
Thank you very much. I'm just trying to wear less black all the time.
Dope. Okay.
Yeah.
Diane asks, what's your favorite album at the moment other than Mania?
Man. So this is a silly one, but my kids have found my record collection, and they pulled out Herbie Hancock's Headhunters, which, because the cover looks really weird, and so they make me play it, and it was really exciting because I did the same thing to my dad when I was a little kid. So it's kind of this. There's a neat little synergy there. So.
Aw, that's dope.
Circular thing.
That's how I got into funk. So.
This is a super random question.
Let's go. Let's do this.
Avery asks, have you ever encountered a ghost, and/or do you believe in them?
I never have. So I keep an open mind, but I've never seen anything that would make me question that.
No.
You?
No to both.
No, what's that show, Celebrity Ghost Hunters? You're not gonna be on it?
I'm gonna become a celebrity ghost hunter. I'm only gonna hunt dead celebrities like they're ghosts.
You guys heard it here.
Yeah.
Future career goals.
Yeah. It's my second career, second life.
Well, congrats on the album.
Thank you.
For real.
That a nice segue there.
No, for real. Congrats on the album.
Thank you.
Everybody go download it tomorrow. I'm so excited for you guys. You waited, and it's going to be like the bangest. Lucky number 7, right? Do people feel like that?
I hope so. I hope it's
Somewhere,
lucky.
yeah. Las Vegas. Yeah.
Well, thank you guys so much for tuning in. And don't forget to download the Music Choice app, because you can not only see this, but you can see the other interview that they did like 5 minutes ago. So many interviews.
So many interviews.
So much Fall Out Boy. The videos and everything. And they are albums. They are the artist of the month. So it's just like Fall Out Boy Overdose on the Music Choice app. Thank you guys so much for the questions and for tuning in, and thank you guys for being here.
Thanks for having us.
Great sweater.
Oh, thank you.